We're going to sit here and we're going to watch a Baldermort video. Yes, we will. Oh, yes, you can attack my finger. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, yes, you can attack my finger. Oh, angry, angry, angry. Yes, yes. Okay, so today the first video we got, ow, is from Baldermort. And it is the Land Raiders lore video. Do not be distracted by this little furball. She is adorable. Yes, yes. Anyhow, so it's one of Baldermort's videos from 2020, early 2020, and it's detailing Land Raiders, of course. Now, I don't know if we're going to get one of his skits in the beginning. I don't know if this is before he actually started to do those, but I'm kind of hoping we will. Alright, so, I have a Discord now. And, if you will, click the link down below if you'd like to recommend a video. And pop it in the recommended videos link. Why are you sneezing? The reason being is because I get so many comments now that YouTube isn't sending me notifications that I have comments. I'll see maybe one or two pop up in my notifications feed. Also, if I post new videos, I post them also in the Discord where everybody can see it. It's just working out like that. And it's my way of trying to get around YouTube. Yeah, you know, there's so many things on YouTube, it's like, causes a problem. But, that's a workaround. So, also, if you like this video and others like it, please hit the like button because it helps me with YouTube's algorithm when people are searching for things. And I'm finally figuring out what tags are. Because I've been doing this for 3 years and I'm still an idiot. Alright, so let me settle this thing down. Oh yes, gnawing on the neck. I know you want to tear my throat out. Yes, it's okay. It's okay. Yes. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and hit play on this. Bumpers. Anyhow, here we go. You ready to watch? I heard somebody say the other day that Baldermort's voice is...
The captain passed his blood-red helm to his subordinate and began to slowly trudge down the hill, alone. His footfalls were heavy and his shoulders down. He looked at points as if he would fall to one side or the other, so ungainly was his stagger down that hill, toward the place he never thought he would stand, to the place he never wanted to be, to her dead body. As he approached, he felt all of the weight of the years on his shoulders. Every last decade, every last second of his long, long life felt like a mountain on his back this day. He looked at anything but her. His pauldrons with the blood-red tears on them, his mighty gloves, one being a power fist, to the sky above, covered in pillars of smoke from lingering fires as it was, but calm and tranquil. It only made things worse. He had not been able to do it, even after Baal. The disconnect to reality was too stark, the skies filling with xenos of a blinding array. Not when they hit and so many of his brothers died. Not then. Why now? He did not know, and he did not want to know. The grinding emptiness of chairs around tables, names ceremoniously erased from lockers, the list of his brethren who would never raise bolter or chainsword in the name of the Angel and the Imperium again. He had witnessed it all, understood it all, accepted it all. But this was the final straw. The day he never thought he would see. The day he never imagined would come. And the floodgates opened. Centuries of conflict and madness and battle and loss now overwhelmed him. The lone armored man approached his destination, and like a martinet with its strings cut, he toppled forward onto his knees, like all vitality had been removed from him, washed away by the outpouring of grief. He could walk no further now that he could see her, now that he could not avoid seeing her, as he rested his head against her cold form, now that he could not avoid seeing what they had done to her. And it began, quietly at first, tears began to leak, then more and more like a river. His breathing escaped his control and came in shudders as he opened his arms to place his open palms on her, as he tried to hug her with all of his remaining might. She was gone. He began to whisper, knowing she would never answer him, never show sign of life again. Do you remember how we met? That day on the flight deck, preparing for the drop when you would not let me aboard. Not until I had proven myself to you. The others laughed so hard at me. I admit, I started embarrassed and then turned angry, but you always knew how to make me laugh in the end. How long we played together, until the final klaxon went off. Our first campaign. Barely knew my bolter from my braces then. How many times did you save me just in that one campaign? And every campaign since. It's why I refused promotion or transfer time and again, old girl. So I could be with you. But Baal changed everything. You have to know that. There were simply so few of us left that I had no choice. If the decision led to this, then I swear I will hate every day I have to wear the mantle of captain. I wish you could hear me and tell me it isn't so. Some sign. Anything. You turned the tide again, old girl. Like so many times before. You turned the tide. We're on our knees. But you came, unbidden, but you came, as always. We were pinned down and our attack had faltered. Decapitating strike turned into a pitched battle. I underestimated their will. We were low on ammunition, and you came. I know it was you who led the rest, despite being left behind. We thought we were protecting you, but should have known you'd not be left out. Not while we were dying. If you had not hit that flank, girl, we could have been wiped out. So many of my brothers lived to date because of you, girl. But why did you then do it? Why take on the night? Why take on the night? Why? We were saved, and you could have taken us out of there. I know you could have seen things better than us, knew what was happening better than us, with your eyes. But why? A glorious kill, old girl. But the cost was too high. Too high. Look what they have done to you. The warrior pushed his head up against the metal sides of what remained of a thing that had fought with his chapter from before the angel himself was found during the Great Crusade. The mangled and melted wreckage of the mutilated Land Raider still smoked, but no spark, no light, no single sign of activity, of life, came from what remained. And he wept, like he had not been allowed, permitted, or felt possible to weep for centuries. She was gone. I will miss you, girl, so much.
This is why people love this guy's lore videos. This is why. This is why. He is so damned good at this. He is so good at putting you inside the mind frame of another person. And I got a little bit emotional about that. Did I not? Yes, I did. And it's relatable. How many times have we assigned emotion to inanimate objects? How many times? I've done it with my camera. I've done it with this little thing biting me on the fingers, yes. Biting me on the fingers. Anyhow, let's continue. This, like all of Baldermort. Baldermort is the number one guy I recommend for lore. He is the number one guy, period. Just because he is so good at doing this kind of stuff, to putting you in the situation, to putting you in the mind frame. Stop trying to bite my hand. Look at this little thing. It's a little piranha. Rah! Piranha. Oh. 3, 2.
I am Baldermort, your faithful servant, and I wish to introduce you to the forces, factions, and feel of the Warhammer 40k universe. As we go into our second entry for a War Gear Wednesday, I could do nothing other than introduce the most important vehicle in the history of the Grimdark. Both the figures and, of course, the lore. The Land Raider. Now, for this simple introduction, I would like us to lean on existing wisdom. To quote, Land Raiders. The ground shakes with mechanized fury as the Land Raiders of the Adeptus Astartes roar into battle. Mighty battle tanks so large and powerful they can crush smaller vehicles beneath their armored bulk. These ancient war engines double as transports that bear Space Marines safely across the battlefield to tear the heart from the enemy army. The Land Raiders' heritage predates even the Imperium, yet it remains one of the most destructive machines in the Space Marines' arsenal. Protected by bonded ceramite and adamantine armor plating, the Land Raider is impervious to all but the most devastating weaponry. Equally impressive are its armaments. 2 sets of twin las cannons and 2 cowled heavy bolters allow the construct to annihilate vehicles and infantry squads alike. Given that the Land Raider has enough transport capacity for not only a full squad of Space Marines, but also the champions who lead them, it is more like a mobile fortress than a mere tank. It is therefore the foremost method of swiftly repositioning squads of Terminator-armored battle brothers in the field. When a Land Raider tears its way into the enemy lines only to disgorge such a band of elite warriors, it is a powerful foe indeed, who can stand their ground for even a matter of moments. Although Land Raiders were once produced in great numbers, there are now few Forge Worlds still able to manufacture them. As a result, the Land Raider is one of the Adeptus Astartes' most valued weapons of war. This is not least because the Land Raider's machine spirit is so much stronger than that of lesser vehicles. Indeed, the Tech Marines believe that an indomitable part of the Omnissiah's essence resides within the impenetrable adamantium hull of each of these impressive vehicles. Regardless of its value in matters of faith, the Land Raider's machine spirit is a weighty asset. It allows the tank to function with a smaller number of crew than any other vehicle of comparable size, for it is capable of taking control of engines, weaponry, or other systems as the situation permits. Tales persist of Land Raiders that have fought on even after their crew are dead, or that are so warlike that they will take any opportunity to grind the foe under their tracks. End quote. The Land Raider. The lines harken back to the brutality of World War I, thus again proving that the story of Warhammer is actually told in its figures, a language of imagery and imagination. Based on the Mark I British battle tank without turrets to humanize it to a certain extent, the Land Raider is an original of the Rogue Trader era, and it is the heart and soul of Warhammer, as much as is the Dreadnought. Nothing screams Warhammer as much as a Land Raider.
Yeah, a little bit of interesting history for you. The reason we actually call these things tanks is because of the British. And what wound up happening was that when they would speak about these, when they were in prototype form, they were going to be used to break up trench warfare. And when they were talk about them, they referred to them as water tanks. So the name kind of stuck. Tanks.
nothing. Not even a space marine these days. Looking at you, Halo Games. For the Land Raider is a brutal, thuggish weapon. Its lines so stark, so simple, so brutal, that anyone even glimpsing a Land Raider knows that the times that generated it, the way it is used, the way it was given form, speaks more about that setting and that place and time than any amount of sophistry. The Land Raider is exactly what it was always meant to be. A sign of the Imperium. A sign of humanity's desperate bid to survive by surrounding itself in inches and feet of metal and armor. It is an analogy for the entirety of the Imperium, boxed in and slowly moving forward, desperately hoping no one will find the weak points and destroy everyone inside. There is so much to say about it. How it was found, the standard template construct which allowed it to be created, where it was built, how many were built, what variants there are. And in the future, we will get into all of these nuances, these sumptuous and wonderful details about the most loved vehicle in the Warhammer universe, the grim darkness of the future. I personally like to think of the machine spirit of a Land Raider like a dog, like man's best friend, wagging its tail when necessary, growling and shouting and barking at its enemy when needed, and desperately doing anything it can to defend its masters, the Space Marines. Hence I call my Land Raider Rover, because to me, as to the Space Marines, it is a living and breathing thing. I have been Baldermort, your faithful servant. I hope you've enjoyed my introduction to the Land Raider. If so, then please do consider liking and subscribing. If you're a regular gentle listener, please do consider supporting us on Patreon or with a one-off donation. Whew, that was a bit heavy. Yeah. No, I think I'll leave the blubbing out. No idea why that took such effect, to be honest. Now, no matter what you do today, do try to make some time for fun.
Yes, put it. Yes. I did not know he was going to make that analogy when I was holding this thing. She just wanted to spend some time with me. But it's perfect. Did you know it? Listen. Okay. I'm going to stop this recording. I'm going to go ahead and get it uploaded. This was requested by the Man Emperor Mankind. And, yeah, as per usual, if you like this video, just pop a like in and join the Discord if you want to see something popping in the recommended video feed. I'll see you guys next time.